Hello everyone, this is Elif from AREquestions.com. I'm a licensed architect in US and in Turkey, and in 2020 I founded AREquestions.com to provide study materials for architectural workers and ARE testers. As a New Year resolution, I decided to start this free YouTube series where I solve and upload brand new questions on YouTube every week. So please subscribe to my channel and let's solve some ARE questions and let's pass these exams. Let's start with a PA question. A client owns a historic museum building in the northeastern US with a south-facing front facade featuring fine brick detailing. The museum and the parking area located at the back of the building are scheduled for redevelopment. Which sustainable design strategy should the architect recommend for this redevelopment? Option A, incorporate an exterior insulated finish system that increases the overall R value of the south facade. Option B, incorporate permeable paving in the parking area to improve stormwater management. And option C, install a new solar panel array on the front facade. Please pause the video if you want to give your answer, but I'm going to continue with the correct option. The correct option is option B, incorporate permeable paving in the parking area to improve stormwater management. Option B directly benefits from the redevelopment of the parking area. It is the least intrusive option to the historic building facade. If you ever watched my other videos or joined to my webinars, you would know that I highly value analyzing incorrect options as much as analyzing the correct option. Because from a test-taking standpoint, I think it's very important to discuss these next few tips. So option A and option C are both incorrect options here. I want you to remember that there is almost always something in common between some or all of the incorrect options when it comes to AREs, especially with the questions where it says pick 3 out of 6 or pick 2 out of 6, you should pay attention to the relationship between the correct and incorrect options. Since we only had 3 options here and asked to pick 1, I want to focus on what is the common denominator between these 2 other options. Let's think. It's the word facade, right? In option A and C, we see that the writer is focusing on some design strategies on the facade. When we look at the question, we see that the question puts an importance on the brick detailing on the south-facing facade of the building, right? It also says whatever architect recommend here should be a sustainable design strategy. So when we look at the options, we see that all of these 3 options are sustainable options. But what makes option A and C different than option B here? The difference here is both option A and C are recommending some design strategies on the facade. Interesting enough, option A uses the word off the south facade and option C says on the front facade. But if we read the question carefully, we realize that south-facing facade and the front facade are the same thing. The important thing here is that this is a historic building and there's a fine brick detailing. So that fine brick detailing information in the question is not given to you randomly. That's important information. You should keep in mind that this is a historic building and it is a headache, let's admit it. Where in option B, incorporating permeable paving in the parking area is not as much intrusive as touching that historical facade. So the common denominator between option A and C here is very clear, that they both offer something regarding the facade, which is historical and which can be very, very intricate to deal with. So try to remember to single out the option that doesn't speak the same language as the other options, especially if you don't have much knowledge about the topic of the question in general. This is a great strategy and I heavily rely on this strategy whenever I'm taking a test, and I hope this was helpful. If you want to see more of my questions, please visit my website AREquestions.com, and until we meet at another video, I wish you all best of luck with your studies and exams. Bye-bye.